Very good morning to all of you. We- They're just waiting for 5 more minutes.
A very warm good morning to everyone. I am Vikram, assistant professor and co-host for this session. Our today's guest is Mrs. Indu Kumar. Now I request respected principal madam to kindly welcome our today's resource person. Uh, Apology for the name, Dr. Indu Kumar.
Good morning and warm greetings to everyone present here. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to extend a most heartfelt welcome to our esteemed guest and distinguished resource person for today's International Faculty Development Program, Professor Indu Kumar, Head of the Department ICT and Training at the Central Institute of Educational Technology, CIET, NCERT. Professor Indu Kumar is a nationally and internationally acclaimed academic leader in the field of educational technology. Under her visionary leadership, CIET has made remarkable strides in digital innovation and ICT integration in education. As the national coordinator of Diksha, she has led a wide array of initiatives aligned with the National Education Policy NEP 2020, including virtual labs, foundational literacy and numeracy, vocational education, inclusive education, and more. Her contribution in developing and maintaining platforms like Diksha, ePathshala, Rashtriya Vidya Samiksha Kendra, and numerous mobile apps, portals, and digital content have transformed the digital learning landscape across India. She has spearheaded training programs for state resource groups in all states and union territories, building capacity for e-content development and equitable digital access. Ma'am is also a prolific researcher and author, over 55 publications to her credit. Her work in analyzing trends in ICT, evaluation national programs like ICT, and directing awards winning digital content has earned accolades such as Digital India Award 2018, Digital Impact Award 2023, and most recently the Scotch Platinum Award 2024 for Diksha. Today, we are fortunate to have her guide us through the intersection of AI, digital transformation, and the future of education. Her expertise will surely deepen our understanding and inspire us to leverage technology more meaningfully in our academic environment. On behalf of the management, faculty, and students of Cordia Group of Educational Institute, I extend very warm and respectful welcome to you, ma'am. We are honored to have you with us virtually today. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for speaking nice words for me. So now we will move ahead for the presentation, and as we can see, the topic of today's presentation is immersive and interactive learning environments. So I have with me Dr. Prachi. She will be projecting my presentation, and I will be giving demos of a lot of content which are immersive in nature, immersive and interactive in nature. So I would like to Dr. Prachi to project my presentation. She has already projected. Am I audible?
Ma'am, you are absolutely you are audible and your presentation is visible to everyone.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Kindly make it full screen. So thank you and welcome everybody to this presentation, to this session, Immersive and Interactive Learning Environments. So let us see what will be the key takeaways from this presentation in the first slide. I'm sorry, I think internet is slow over here, so it is still loading. Let me just, yeah. So the session outline, can you see the presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
You can see it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, because it's not there on my laptop, but on my big screen it is there. So if you can see, that's fine. Yes. We will learn first of all about concepts and technologies. What is the very concept of technology? Then the spectrum of reality, virtual reality in curriculum. What is the spectrum? What do we understand by reality? Virtual reality and augmented reality. Then we will see the details on all these terminologies. What are immersive technologies? What are the elements of reality? What is augmented reality? What do we understand by virtual reality? We also have virtual labs in this series, which are already there on Diksha. So you have just heard about Diksha, which is a digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing. Then immersive technologies and assessment, how assessment should be taken care of when we just use immersive technologies, how the immersive technologies and assessment based on the interactive and immersive content take place. Then interactive and gamified content, we will have a demo of interactive and gamified content which is developed by NCERT and which is there on our portal. So shall we move on to the next slide? So let us first of all understand that not all learning tools are equally effective. We all know that we encounter as a teacher or as a teacher educator, we encounter the learners who don't have a single style of learning. Their learning styles vary. There are audio learners, there are visual learners. Auditory learners learn better by listening. Then visual learners learn better by visualizing or seeing. Kinesthetic learner, when they handle the learning environment or learning tasks or learning elements on their own, so they learn better when they get the kinesthetic stimulation in the learning environment. So that is why all the learning tools are not effective for everyone. So we have to have content based on universal design of learning, which is called UDL, which carries more than one element, which carries audio stimulus, video stimulus, kinesthetic stimulus, so that it challenge to learn to all a kind of learners who have different learning style. Yeah. So here, if we go on to the previous slide, yes. Here, there is an information about text information about a line.
Dear participants, ma'am joining shortly due to some internet connection problem. Her connection is not her connection is not working as such, so she's joining with another ID with, shortly.
Yeah, sorry for the disturbance. So I'm switching off my camera so that I get, today our internet is fluctuating, so that I get a better internet connectivity. Yes, so let us proceed again. Yes. Can everybody see my presentation? Can you see my presentation? ठीक है. And I believe I am audible, properly audible. Yes, so here we can see there is a text information about the roar of a lion. Until and unless a child visualizes a lion, he cannot get that image in his or her mind. Then the same information can be communicated using an image of the lion. But still, through image also, they can visualize the lion, but they cannot be sure about the powerful roar of the lion. Then we get this video where lion is standing and also listen to the roaring lion. So all these elements like video is near to real engagement with the learning environment, not real, but they get a video. But when it comes to AR and VR content, which we put under the broader categories of simulation. So simulation is a broader term, and most of the interactive content, immersive content, come under the umbrella of simulation, because simulation present near to real image of any learning stimulus that we provide to our learners, and they also get engaged in a near to real environment. So to understand it with another example, let us see this particular image, which carries the title, the spectrum of reality, virtual reality, and augmented reality. So the first picture is about reality, because we are seeing here a scenic view of a hilly region. So it's, and whatever we see through our naked eye, if we are there in the real environment, so we get a view of our surrounding, and that is at that point of time reality for us, because we are visualizing that in person, in actual situation, in our surrounding. The second example is of augmented reality, where we can see a physical textbooks which carries an image or diagram of heart, which is there in the textbook. And this diagram is especially designed for augmented reality technology. If we scan this specially designed diagram of heart with a augmented reality scanner, a 3D visualization, a 3D picture or element of heart will emerge, which we can see in the scanner is scanning the diagram of heart, and it emerge as 3D. So we can tilt it, we can explore it, we can interact with it and understand all knowledge which are related to heart, how it pumps blood to the rest part of our bodies in an augmented reality framework, chambers of heart, arteries. So we can visualize everything in a 3D environment, and this we called physical also, combination of physical and digital. So the book is in the physical form, and the scanner with which it is being scanned, the diagram is being scanned, is a digital device. So we can give this a new term, physical, a combination of physical and digital, which augments the reality. Then comes the virtual reality. So, how a virtual reality is different from the augmented reality? In the virtual reality environment, a learner just uh, finds himself as part of that learning environment. We can feel as if we are there in that environment. We can interact with the environment, the complete environment. If we see a laboratory situation, so we can interact with the laboratory situation. So the reality is present virtually. So these are augmented reality technology and virtual reality technology present a near to real image of any learning task which is there in front of us, any learning is stimulus which is there for us. As a teacher or as a teacher educator, every day on everyday basis, we encounter a variety of content. There are a lot of abstract content which need a 3D visualization to be understood. Some example I have given through this image, but there are more examples to it which we can easily relate to, like Earth is spherical is the fact. But what we see Earth is not a fact to our naked eye. Until and unless explanation of the concept, we won't be able to visualize that Earth is spherical and how it rotates, how the solar system look like. So many of you might have visited planetariums. So planetariums also present us a near to real of universe. So this is called a simulation, and the which is the form of simulation which is there is virtual reality, because we are in virtual reality environment here. So here are some examples of immersive technologies. So there are contents like 360 videos, augmented reality, which we have just understood, then virtual reality, which we have just understood, and 360 videos are such videos which are also interactive in nature. They give a 360 view of the place which we are into to learn a particular concept, like for historical monuments. If we want to understand certain features of historical monuments, we can have these 360 videos which give a 360 view of the atmosphere which is there. So these are some of the elements of reality. So element one is the virtual environment, the virtual reality. So element two, virtual presence. We have to be virtually present in the atmosphere. Then element three is sensory stimulus. A sensory stimulus and sensory feedback we can give about the situation. Then element four is perspective. We have to see it from a particular perspective. Then interactivity. Element five is interactivity. There should be the possibility of interactivity with the environment. If we are in a virtual environment, so you can see here element one, there is a virtual lab over here, and there are elements which are required for carrying out a particular experiment. Then element two, we need to be virtually present there. Then we get sense by virtue of being virtually present in the virtual environment, and then we see it from see, and if we interact with the environment, so we can handle the different elements experiment, and we can also manipulate with the background with the larger view which we obtain. Then what is augmented reality? Augmented reality refer to the real-time integration of digital information into a user's environment. So here digital information is integrated with the physical environment, which we have already understood from the previous slide. Then AR technologies overlays content onto the real world, enriching a user's perception of reality rather than replacing it. So we enrich a user's perception of reality, but we are not replacing it with the actual reality which we see in our surroundings. Then what are the AR devices? So smartphones are there through which we can experience augmented reality. Tablets are more common AR devices because we get a bigger picture in tablets. Then augmented reality glasses are also there, augmented reality headsets are also there, using which we can view of augmented reality. So there are a lot of AR apps which are there. So these are some, the e-Pathshala AR app is developed by CIET NCERT. Then Skyview, a Lupa app is another app, and there is another app called Cure. So I will be demonstrating a video which is made using the Cure app. So this is a screenshot of NCERT e-Pathshala AR app, where in the textbooks an experiment is given, which we if we scan that the images of that experiment, so we can get the experiment done on the in the augmented reality environment. So here we can see the images of augmented reality. So if we scan picture which is of sun, so we can see the layers of sun in a virtual environment. And likewise, we have seen the models of teeth as well. Then these are collaborative learning experiences which we get through augmented reality. So we can ensure shared experiences here. AR can create shared experiences for students, allowing them to collaborate on projects, solve problem together, and learn from each other in a more engaging way. So AR content ensure shared experiences. Then interactive games. There are a lot of interactive games also. I will be giving a real demo of all such content so that you get a better understanding of it. AR can be used to create interactive games that promotes collaboration and teamwork. Students can work together to solve puzzles, complete challenges, and learn new concepts. Then accessibility. AR can make learning more accessible to students with disabilities by providing personalized and adaptive learning experiences, because on one-to-one basis also children can interact with the learning environment. So that is how learning becomes more accessible and personalized for them. So this is the elements of virtual reality. So it is a stimulated experience created by computer technology that immerses users in an interactive three-dimensional environment. So it allows user to experience and interact with virtual world as if they are physically present in the environment. So that is the difference between VR. In VR, we feel ourselves as physically present in the environment, which is not the case in augmented reality, which is more physical in nature, combination of physical and digital. Then how VR works. So again and again we are using this immersive word. what do we understand by immersive. So why, how can a children learn a rhyme so quickly? Because he gets immerses with the rhythm which is there. If rhymes are in audio format and combined with music, they learn it even better because they get immersed with the learning environment. If I take example of the recent days, the contemporary period, so children are more familiar to the learning environment, which is coming out of the devices which we use on the daily basis. And we see that they are hooked with their mobile phones. They are hooked with the video games that they are getting with the mobile phones because they are immersive in nature. They get immersed in the environment which is projected in these learning, in these games, video games or virtual games. So that immersion need to be built with the learning environment so that children get immersion to learn better. So we are using immersive, and that is why it works well for learning. It is interactive in nature. We can interact with the virtual immersive environment so that we get more immersed with the learning environment. So there are controllers, sensors, and other input devices using which we can interact with the virtual environment. So it is multi-sensory in nature. If we combine all our senses together to learn, so we learn better because we are involving more than one sense. And that is the very principle of UDL based content, universal design of learning, because it gives a stimulus to most of our senses. So in the VR environment, we get this opportunity by virtue of being in a virtual environment. So we get we engage multiple senses like our sight, sound, touch. So all these senses are involved in VR environment. So here, how we are in education works, enhancing special understanding. So because we learn many things in space, which is there in a special environment, which relate to space. So we develop special reasoning using VR content. So because VR allows the students to visualize complex concepts and structures in 3 dimension. So we get spaces which are 3 dimensional in nature. Then improve memory and recalls. We our memory and recall gets improved by interacting with the VR environment because it provides opportunity for students to develop special reasoning skills. Then foster deeper understanding and better retention because we are interacting with the concept in the near to real environment. So we get deeper understanding and better retention because we have used our kinesthetic potential also. We are interactive with the environment. So retention of learning is also better. So here in nutshell, there are some pedagogical benefits of immersive learning. So it increases engagement. Again and again, we are reiterating that increased engagement is there. We ourselves are interacting with the learning environment, engaging with the learning environment. So we can retain the learning better because we have handled the learning environment. We have done it on their own. We are the master of our own learning by being engaged with the learning environment again and again because that freedom we have. In the classroom teaching, so a concept is taught in 45 minutes, or it also goes for 2, 3 periods or 4 periods. But
आपके जितने चैप्टर एडिटेड बुक हैं स्वाद वाले या कॉन्फ्रेंस में पेपर
I am
प्रेजेंटेशन के
getting sounds from back. If you can switch on your audios, please. It will help. others because sounds are coming. Please switch on your mic, switch off your mics. So, if we learn in an environment which is immersive and engaging in nature, so it leads to improved retention as well, because it leads to deeper understanding and improved knowledge retention. And learning is personalized because we can engage with the learning environment as many times as we wish to, because it is there in the virtual environment. So it gives us a more personalized learning because we can be in the environment again and again to consolidate our learning. Then enhanced collaboration. So it also gives an opportunity for an enhanced collaboration because we get an opportunity to collaborate as well with other students to work together, and we can also learn from each other. So it gives the opportunity for a personalized learning and also for the collaborative learning. So we have the virtual labs on Diksha, which are an example of virtual reality content. So here are some of the key features of virtual labs. So it carries collaboration tool, which gives opportunity to collaboration in virtual labs, and which can enhance the learning experience by promoting teamwork, communication, and problem solving skill. Then simple and responsive interface is there, so that the user experience that a person gets on logging on to these virtual labs is better and responsive. It can also be seen through the mobile device. So accessibility is also there in the virtual lab because we have these hands-on lab where we can and by a primary web browser if we have it. The real-time guidance, the opportunity of real-time guidance is also there because there are various features of the virtual labs which give us guidance also on how to interact with the virtual lab experiment. Then instructor control authorizes teacher to electronically monitor their students' progress. They can also monitor their student progress, which also happens in the physical classroom. So we can see how a student performs. The pedagogical integration of virtual labs, how we can integrate virtual labs in our pedagogical plan. So pre-lab sessions can be told by the teachers in the classroom by demonstrating the lab experiment in virtual environment to the group of students or to the entire class. Then after that, performance session can be in the real lab environment, because we have already learnt about do's and don'ts and the process of experiment in the pre-lab session. So the performance session can be more meaningful for these students when they are actually performing the experiment in the actual lab. Then we can have post lab sessions by recording the learning that we have done, and if we made mistakes, we can do the lab experiments again and again in the lab session. So virtual labs are not there to replace the physical lab, but to consolidate the learning in virtual experiment, which can be hazardous if we do mistakes in the real lab experiment. They can lead to accidents as well. But virtual environments gives us a opportunity to commit mistakes and learn from our mistakes so that we are more careful in the real lab environment. So now we can see the have a demo of the virtual lab. So we are now going on to Diksha. So you can see the URL diksha.gov.in. Type this URL in the top menu bar. So we will get Diksha portal. So there are a lot of learning spaces and learning material on Diksha. So we have to see the virtual labs. So here are, so if we come on to the focus areas of Diksha, so all these focus areas are as per NEP 2020, because Diksha was launched in 2017, and the new education policy, the national education policy, was given away to the country in 2020. So post 2020, we have developed various deliverables of uh, NEP 2020 on Diksha. Virtual labs are one of those deliverables. So you can see in the focus areas of Diksha all the new elements, including virtual lab. So if we click on to explore button, so we will get the virtual labs on Diksha. So here you can see virtual labs. If we scroll, you will learn about virtual labs, what virtual labs are about. So you can read the about section and what all it carries. It carries simulations in science, mathematics, and skill e-labs, animations, lab videos, and text document, perform and learn experiments anywhere, anytime, individualized practice in all areas of experimentation, and content aligned to NCERT, CBSE, and state board syllabus. So here are virtual lab e-content. So we can see all the contents are aligned with grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12. So if we explore on any class, if we click on to explore, which is beneath any class, so we will get the content in Hindi and English medium. We can prefer any medium. So if we click on English medium, so we will get experiment. So let us see class 7 English medium science content. So I have clicked on science. So here you can see we get the theory part also, which can be seen on the player. And if we scroll this, so we can see the list of experiments which are there for class 7. So I am clicking on observe that air expands on heating. So this is an experiment which is based on the concept that air expands on heating. If I click here, so we get the theoretical concept aligned to this learning. If we scroll, if I scroll further, so we can get the various resources aligned to this concept. So let me click on this link. So you will get theory, procedure, video, simulator, Viva Voce, which carries questions, other resources, and feedback by the users. So let us see the simulator because it carries the experiment in virtual environment. So here you can see the laboratory in virtual environment, a virtual lab. So the experiment. So it is giving directions also. So the test tube should be picked up by the cursor and placed in hot water. So balloons gets inflated back to the stand. To the balloon. So it gives feedback also, and here you can see we feel as if we are there in the virtual environment because we can interact with the environment by picking the tubes, test tubes, and yeah, conducting the experiments. So there are a
Ma'am,
number.
ma'am,
Yes, please.
मैम सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट, आपका स्लाइड नहीं चेंज हो रही है और आपकी बीच में वॉइस भी ब्रेक हो रही है।
अच्छा, ये
काइंडली
एक्सपेरिमेंट आप देख पाए?
नहीं मैम, जो भी आपने एक्सपेरिमेंट कुछ बताया नहीं है, आपका वर्चुअल लैब ऑन दीक्षा का जो एक्टिविटी वाला फर्स्ट स्लाइड था अभी वहीं पर ही है, स्लाइड चेंज नहीं हो रही है।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, you could have, you can see this one. Can you see it now?
No.
So I have to unshare and then share again. I will stop share and share again. Can you see it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yeah, I have already explained the experiment. Now I would be demonstrating on how to do it. Let me do it full screen. Please interrupt me if you can't see it. So can you see the environment, virtual environment of a laboratory? So I'm placing the test tube as per instructions in the.
Ma'am, voice is not coming. Ma'am, voice is not coming.
Yes. Can we move on to the next concept? Hello. So can you hear me now? Well,
Dear participants, actually it is raining heavily there, or because of that reason only the internet connection is interrupting again and again.
now your
So
voice
I'm
is not
really
coming through.
apologize for this
Yeah.
climatic condition. So ma'am will definitely share the screen again and will show you the video. Please have patience.
Okay. Can it be seen? अभी अभी एक्सपेरिमेंट दिखाई दे रहा है?
नो मैम.
चैट में बता दीजिए अगर आप लैब इंटरेक्शन देख पा रहे हैं.
Ma'am, lab is visible, but it is visible. मतलब it's partially visible because upper side में जो environment है वो नहीं visible हो रहा है और ये stilt है.
अच्छा, पिक्चर पूरी नहीं आ रही है. एक बार
हाँ
इस
जी.
पे लगाओ.
Only still photograph is there.
No, still is not there. It's an interactive environment, but maybe there is some technical glitch because of which you can't see the experiment. Let me give it a try again. So now I am starting, clicking on to start. Can you see the picture moving?
No, ma'am, it's not moving.
It's not moving.
Yes, it's not moving.
If I pick up the a test tube, can you see it picked up? Can you
No,
see it
ma'am.
moving? Or okay, I can see it from my end. Maybe if they are having their devices with them. I'm really sorry for the glitch. So maybe I can share. I will share the link with you. You can share it with you. Can interact and explore.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
So that is what I can do because at my end it is happening, but you can't see it there on the screen. So let me try it once again. Stop sharing and share. So I will try it one more time. Then maybe we can move on to the another form of content. Can you now see it, hear the voice in the virtual lab? I'm clicking on to start. Can you see now the moving atmosphere?
Yes, ma'am. It is visible now.
Okay, okay, thank you. And you can listen the audio as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So I have placed the test tube on hot water. I believe it is happening now. Could you see the virtual experiment this time? Could you see the experiment this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Dear participants, kindly respond to ma'am.
Then only I will come to know whether the experiment happened successfully or not. So now let us
Few
see.
of the participants are responding you in chat box.
Okay. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. So let
Okay,
us
ma'am.
now see a few examples of augmented reality and also other forms of digital content. So I told you about the augmented reality, and there is an app called Qver, Quiver, Qver app. So Qver is an app which you can install from your Play Store. Then Qver, there is a website called Qver. You will get many line drawings on the Qver website, which are educational in nature. Earlier it was free, but now on paying very minimum price, you can download these sheets and can experience the augmented reality experience using the QR scanner app. So there are two things. You have to visit the QR website to get the sheets, QR sheets, and you have to install QR mobile app from the Play Store of your mobile device. So I have created a video. I am not actually demonstrating the QR experience, but I have recorded a video of this experience so that you can get an idea about it. So I'm playing the video. So you will see the sheet is being scanned by the mobile app of a picture of volcano, and the volcano then emerged into a 3D, and you will get how it explode, how it looks in summer, how it looks in winter period, how it looks from inside, and how explosion happens in a volcano. So I'm clicking on the experiment. I'll see the chat box. Please tell me whether you can see the experiment happening, the augmented reality experience happening. So now it is being scanned. It is a sheet of volcano.
Ma'am, not visible.
Not visible.
Ma'am, not visible.
Okay, okay, I'll try it again. Screen share. Share here. Can you see it? Can you see the drawing? Because when I am showing it, I am not able to see the chats on my
Yes,
screen. So
ma'am.
please
Yes, ma'am.
respond.
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Please respond orally. Now I am playing it.
It is visible.
You are seeing here a line drawing of a volcano. So now it is being scanned by a QR mobile app. So can you see the video playing?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the image is scanned and now it is coming. Could you see it? The
Yes, ma'am.
explosion happening in 3D environment. So if we show students a diagram of a volcano and just verbally tell them how volcanic eruption inside a volcano, so maybe learning is not that concrete and engaging also can happen. But if we show a 3D visualization, they get immersed with the learning environment, with the concept, and learning and retention is better, and it is less time consuming. It explaining an abstract phenomena is difficult for a child to understand, but if we abstract concept in a learning and retention is better. So let us now see another immersive content simulation. So concepts like how digestion occur in our body, what is digestive system, what is respiratory system, how our heart works. Mobile apps which are known as biodigital human. We can install biodigital human app in our mobile devices and we can see all these biological concepts there. So now I am clicking on to a video again, which is the screencast of it. Please share just a moment. Can you see the digestive system 3D
Yes,
visualization?
ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
yeah. So this is the screencast video of the digestive system. So we can see how food travels in large intestine, small intestine, and it extracts from the body after digestion. So the purpose was to give you an idea. So now move on to other forms of interactive content. Um, just wait for a moment. So here we can see in the examples of interactive gamified content. So these gamified learning content are created from a software called H5P. H alphabet, 5 numeral, and P alphabet, H5P. So this is based on a concept for class 1 called classification. So if can you see the activity?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
I, so we have to drag fruits to classify them into 4 groups based on their colors. So red together, green together, orange together, and gray together. So if I put red in red basket, it will stay. If I put red in green, it will bounce back. So like that, we can interact with the learning environment to experience our kinesthetic potential by doing it, making error, redoing it, and learn in a pleasant interactive learning environment, which is game based also and gamified also, because we get feedback of our learning and we have an opportunity to retry also after getting the feedback if we have done wrong. Now I have done one wrong and I leave it. So 16 out of 15 out of 16 I have done, and I can also retry. So I'm now moving on to the next game. So you can see here, it is for class 2 and the concept is ascending and descending order. So here you can see a ladder. So we have to put numbers in ascending order or descending order. I will put one wrong. So it will bounce back because I have to put 12 here. Then 24. If you are not giving me feedback, I'm assuming that you are seeing what I'm doing here on screen. 45, then 56, 67. Let me do one wrong. Okay, I haven't done it wrong. I have done it. So we can now check. So I have done all correctly. In the similar manner, we can do the descending order as well. Now let us move on to having a gamified experience on addition. So here you can see some balloons and we have to drag and drop the balloons which counts as and counts 10. So 8 plus 2 are 10. So we will put the balloon in the basket. 7 plus 3 also 10. 7 plus 6 is one wrong thing, which will bounce back. So if I click on to check, I'll get feedback on my learning, how many right and wrong I have done. So 9 out of 9 points. So this is about geometrical shapes. So we have to pick up these geometrical shapes and form the picture of a cat. We can also see other subjects. So here we can see a timeline of governor generals in British India from 1773 to 1885. So this is an interactive timeline. So who was the governor generals from 1773 to 1785? If we keep clicking, so we get them and also some information, useful, important information about them. So I was also mentioning about 360-degree content. So I will give you one example of 360-degree content as well. Just wait for a moment. So here you will get virtual tours made from 360-degree camera. So these are 360-degree videos which are there. So this is the great Buddha statue at Bodh Gaya. So if we rotate it, we can see the 360 view of the entire place. So there is some navigation also aligned to it. Questions we have. So I'm showing you the another one. So if I click onto the plus sign, so how to use this tool? So it will give information on that. Click on the markers plus to know more about the scenes and tour. Click on the arrow to move to text tools. Move the cursor to see around. So if I click onto this plus sign, So it will give me enlarged image of the monument, and if we move the cursor, so I can get a 360 view of the site which is there. So now I would like to show you an interactive textbooks, because all the immersive content, audio, video, interactive can be integrated with the textbooks as well if we make it from a software which is made for that. So this is the flip book. We call it a flip book because pages are flipped, and we can see. So there are quizzes inbuilt. So if I click onto the Prashnottari, just a moment, there is some technical glitch. So this is the audio of. So we can built in inbuilt audios. Because of the internet issue, I'm not able to play the audio. बाकी सारे डिलीट कर दो. Just wait for a moment till it gets loaded. In the meantime, if you have any questions, you can ask questions till the content is getting loaded. So because of slow internet, it is not playing. You could hear some voice. So this entire line in the textbook itself. So we get an audio. Wherever any questionnaire is also required, because we get the evaluation also integrated with the book, and all the other forms of content we can. Just now come because it's not playing properly. Come to the remaining part of the presentation, and maybe then we can have a session. Let me see if I can show you a video. The virtual labs which are there on Diksha, we have seen augmented reality content, we have seen virtual reality, gamified, immersive. So how we can build assessment with the immersive technologies and immersive technology based content. So here we can have simulation based assessment. assess students' ability to apply knowledge in real world scenario, because they get an opportunity to apply the knowledge in a real world scenario through VR simulations, tasks in simulated environment. So then assessment also gets simulation based, because whenever we are doing something wrong, we get an feedback, and if we are going ahead, progressing well further without committing any error, so we get on to the next step. So the assessment is also gets engaging and immersive for the students. Then immersive in nature, like we were interacting with the mathematics content. So the problem solving also becomes immersive for the students. They, if they do wrong, they don't get offended. They don't get a cross by the teacher, but they get an opportunity to retry, get their own feedback, and like that we get a more personalized learning and personalized assessment as well. The feedback is also formative in nature, because as we progress, we continuously get feedback in a real time manner. Assessment is also gamified. Game and gamification are two different concepts. Games with which if we play a game and enjoy it, be it in a real environment or virtual environment, those are games. But gamification occurs when we move on further step by getting a positive feedback. If we have completed a task, we get points for that and move on to the next task. So that is how we do gamification of learning, by moving ahead in a step by step manner, completing one task which is aligned to the next task. So this is how we can ensure gamified assessment as well, because we do the assessment correctly and move on to the next step of learning as well as assessment, which is already inbuilt. Then collaboration and teamwork is also there, because students can also play in the group. They can be given projects, challenging projects, so that they earn rewards for achievement, and they get feedback for further progression as well. So that is how assistive and immersive technologies can make assessment also all the more immersive, which leads to better retention. So I have already shown you all these immersive content. So this was the link for that, but we have already seen it. So I have done with my presentation. House is now open for the questions.
Dear all, kindly ask your queries or write your question in the chat box. So ma'am will resolve those queries. Am I audible to everyone?
You can also write your questions in the chat box.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, Dr. Kavita said it. Yes, please tell.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, I would like to say, ma'am, wonderful presentation. I just want to know about QR mobile app. As you told us, first we have to scan the picture from mobile QR app. Then I just can't understand how it's moving. What will be the next step after scanning?
Have you already installed it?
Yes, ma'am. I installed. I installed.
You have to
Look at the
go
picture.
on. Any picture is not scannable from this QR mobile app. So the
Okay.
next step would be to access or go on to the QR website. There is also a website called QR.
Okay.
From the QR website, you can get these specially designed images, and you can download those images. You can take print, and you can also scan it through mobile device, from a mobile device to a desktop.
Okay.
and you can get the
Then,
experience.
okay, then we'll have to scan. These downloaded images we'll have to
Yes,
scan later from
yes,
your
yes.
mobile app.
For
Okay,
from
ma'am.
the
Thank you.
app. So it is physical in nature. Your this picture is physical, which is being scanned from a digital device
Okay.
to get
Actually,
a
I
complete.
tried that.
Yeah.
I tried, na. It was not working. That's why I asked. Thank you,
Yes.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. You have to
Ma'am,
download
which
it.
device we can, ma'am, which digital device we can use to scan these
You can
pictures?
use your tab or your mobile, because you have to download, install the QR app. QR app you have to install from the Play Store. If you go to your Play Store of your mobile device, so you will type QR there, QUIVER, and you will get QR app for installation. Like you install other apps.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
And through QR app, you have to scan the QR images to get a 3D experience. Okay, there are two tasks allowed. You have to install app and you have to download images from QR website. Yes, any more questions if you have? I'm also seeing the chat box.
Any more questions, participants?
So when we use technology, we can also expect glitches because of internet connectivity or any other technological glitch. So I'm really regretting the challenges that we faced because of poor internet connectivity or fluctuating internet. But I think I could show you the key areas which I wanted to showcase.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, ma'am. After this wonderful and enriching session, and also due to some technical glitches, but you have beautifully explained today's topic. And now I request respected principal ma'am to present a vote of thanks to our speaker.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It is my privilege to offer a heartfelt vote of thanks as we conclude today's engaging and enlightening session of International Faculty Development Program. Not only the session, the entire FDP that we have from 24th of June to 30th June for 7 days. So, on behalf of the Cordia Group of Educational Institutes, I extend our deepest gratitude to Professor Indu Kumar for graciously accepting our invitation and sharing her invaluable insights with us. Your presentation today was not only informative but also deeply inspiring to use to make our content effective in the classroom. The comprehensive overview you provided on national digital initiatives and the integration of ICT with NEP 2020 goals and your practical experiences left an indelible impact on all of us, ma'am. Your leadership and innovation in the field of educational technology are truly exemplary. The commitment with which you and your department at CIET have driven changes from developing inclusive content to pioneering mobile platforms and digital textbooks is both admirable and motivating. We are especially grateful for the time and efforts you took to be with us today virtually, and your session has certainly enriched the knowledge base of our participants and will serve as a catalyst for future digital transformation in our own institutional practices. I also take this opportunity to thank the organizing team, the technical support, and our faculty coordinators, and most on the top of it, the college management for their support in making today's session a grand success. A sincere thank you to all the participants for your active engagement and enthusiasm throughout the program. Kindly open your videos for a group photo Kindly, all the participants, open your cameras for a group photo. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. Namaskar. Thank you.
Now you all can leave, but yes, fill the feedback form link. Link is already provided in the chat box as well as on the official WhatsApp group. Kindly fill it. Thank you so much. Now you all can leave.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, WhatsApp.